Okay, dear students, exercise 6.5. Let me read the question number 1 for you. Sides of a triangle are given below. Determine which of them are right triangles. And in case if it is right triangle, then we need to find the length of its hypotenuse. Very easy question because you all are well aware with Pythagoras theorem. Clear to you, beta? So let me have this 7 centimeter, 24 centimeter and 25 centimeter. These three lengths are given. Okay, let's start. Suppose I am considering the first A equal to 7 centimeter. Of course, B will be 24 another side and the third side will be 25 centimeter. Now, if I ask you to use the Pythagoras theorem, then the largest side is C 25 centimeter. So we need to write C square equal to A square plus B square. Let's check it satisfies this equation or not. B, the value of B is 24. We know this is 625, this 49 plus 576. So of course both the sides are coming similar. 625 equal to 625. So we can say that the given triangle is right angle triangle. Therefore, final answer we need to write given triangle is a right angle triangle. Clear to you, beta? Angled triangle, and they are asking for the hypotenuse also. The length of a hypotenuse, its hypotenuse will be, of course, the bigger side, that is 25 centimeters. So hypotenuse is 25 centimeter. Is it clear? Okay, now the same question, it's the second part. Okay, again we are doing the same procedure. Here three sides we are given. So let me consider first side A 3 centimeter, B 8 centimeter, and of course C 6 centimeter. Now it is clear that the length of this side is bigger, right? This side 8 centimeter is bigger. So what I am going to do, just see, now I am using this formula of Pythagoras theorem in this form. Let's check, is it coming similar? So here 8 square, 3 square plus 6 square. 8 square, 8 just 64, 9, and of course this is 36. 64. Now you see 36 plus 9, it gives the result 45. 9 plus 6, 45. Are both the sides similar? No, it is not coming similar. So we need to come to this conclusion that the sides of given triangle, they doesn't form right angle triangle. Therefore, triangle with the given sides not possible. Triangle with the given sides is not right angle triangle. Is not right angle triangle. Right angled triangle. I hope it's clear to you. Now question number 1, it's the third part. Same question, it's the third part. Let's see what we are given. 50 centimeter, the another side 80, and of course the third side 100 centimeter. Fine. Let's note down what we are given all three sides. A equal to 50 centimeter, B 80 centimeter, and of course C is 100 centimeter. Out of this three side, this one is the bigger, so it will become Pythagoras formula will become this way. Let's check what is the square of 100, you know, and this is 50, and of course this is 80 square. 100 square is 10,000. Fine. 50 square 2500. Of course, 80 square 6400. 8 8 just 64. So sum of this is coming. Let's check. It is coming 89. 0 4 plus 5 9 and this 8. Are they similar? No. Again, in this third, they are not similar. So finally, we come to the conclusion the triangle with the given side is not a right angle triangle. Therefore, triangle with the given sides is not right angle triangle. Clear? Dear students, now we'll see question 1. It's a fourth. Three sides we are given 13 centimeter, 12 centimeter and 5 centimeter. Let me denote all three sides with ABC, and out of these three sides, this side is the largest side. So, if I using the Pythagoras theorem, then this will be like this. So, I need to mention this is 13 square, 12 square and of course this 5 square. The square of 13, 169, 144 and this is 25. The sum of this is also coming 169. We can see both the sides are equal. The result equal. Therefore, the triangle with the given sides can be possible. Okay, so please note down triangles with the given sides is a right angled triangle. Clear to you? And they are asking for the hypotenuse also. So let's note down the length of hypotenuse is, that is bigger side 13 centimeters. So we need to mention the hypotenuse is 13 centimeter. Clear? Okay, dear students. Now exercise 6.5. It's a question number 2. Okay. You just see the figure. PQR is a triangle. PQR is a triangle and it is right angle at P. That's why I have written P here. It is right angle at P and M is a midpoint of QR. QR and M is a midpoint of it. Okay, here midpoint. So these two sides similar. And QR such that PM perpendicular on QR. Clear to you? We have to prove that PM square equal to QM into MR. PM square equal to QM into MR. This we need to prove. So first of all, what we are given, let's note down that. Okay. Just see, we are given PQR is a right angle triangle. Triangle PQR is a right angled triangle. Right angled triangle at P. Clear? And beside this, we are given PM is perpendicular to QR. This also we are given PM perpendicular to QR. Okay. Now what we have to prove? Let's move out with to prove. We are given in the question to prove. Very simple and very easy thing. We are given to prove PM square equal to QM into MR. This we need to prove. Okay. Now let's move out with the proof. Okay. We know that in the proof we need to start from here. What we are given? PM perpendicular QR. Agree? If PM perpendicular QR, PM perpendicular to QR, then can I say triangle PQM similar to triangle RPM? Triangle PQM. This triangle is similar to triangle RPM. Clear? So, therefore, can I say PM upon QM? which will be equal to MR upon PM. The ratio, they are in proportion. So cross multiplication, PM square equal to QM into MR. This is a required result. I hope it's clear to you. Exercise 6.5, it's a question number 3. In the given figure, ABD is a triangle, right angle at A. Clear? We are given AC perpendicular. This AC is perpendicular to BD. Okay, and 3 conditions which we have to prove. Okay, so let's start what we are given first. Let's note down that. Okay, given what we are given in the question, ABD is a triangle. ABD is a triangle, right angled. It is right angled at what point? Right angled at A point. It is visible, that is already given. Beside this, we are given AC perpendicular to BD. This is already given in the question. Fine. Now what we have to prove? Let's note down what we have to prove. To prove, we need to prove 3 things. Okay, so let's note down. First, we need to prove AB square equal to BC into BD. That is already given in the question. Second, AC square equal to BC into DC. Fine. And third, we need to prove AD square, that is equal to BD into CD. Fine. These 3 things we need to prove. First, let's begin with the first. What we have to prove? As we know that AC perpendicular to BD. Therefore, can I say triangle ABC similar to triangle DAC? ABC similar to triangle CAD or DAC. Same thing. Okay. Now, these two triangles, if they are similar, then one important result with us, we can say AB upon BD. Side ratio of their sides must be similar, BC upon AB. Now let's make a let's multiply, cross multiplication. So we will have AB into AB, AB square, which is equal to BC into BD. That is our result number 1, which we have proved. AB square equal to BC into BD. BC into BD. This is our result number 1. Now question number 3 in continuation. Second part, we need to prove that AC square equal to BC into DC. Okay, let's go with that. For that, we know triangle ABC similar to triangle DAC. This is already with us. So, can I say AC upon BC, which will be equal to DC upon AC? The ratio of the sides must be in proportion. So, we need to do the cross multiplication. AC into AC, AC square equal to BC into DC. This is our required result number 2. In third part, we have to prove AD square equal to this side. Now I'm talking about this side. AD square equal to BD, this full BD into CD. Clear? So let's go with the third. How to do? Let's see. In that, we know that triangle ACD similar triangle BAD. Triangle ACD. This triangle is similar with BAD. This full triangle. Okay. Now, in that, can I say AD upon CD, which will be equal to BD upon AD? So it implies that AD square equal to cross multiplication BD into CD. This is our required result number 3. I hope it's clear. Exercise 6.5. It's a question number 4. Let me read it for you. We are given ABC is an isosceles triangle. Okay, isosceles, two sides are equal. You can see here which two sides are equal. AC equal to. These two I am considering. AC and BC are equal sides. So, and it is right angled at angle C. So, we need to prove that AB square equal to 2AC square. Fine. How to see? Let's see. In triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. This we are given. Fine. And it is right angle also. Right angled. It is isosceles and right angle also. And it is right angled at C point. It is C point. Therefore, if we apply Pythagoras theorem, then we know AB square equal to AC square plus BC square. Therefore, AB square equal to AC square plus AC square, because in place of AC, AB square, AC square plus AC square 2AC square. So this is a required result. But how we got this? How we can write this thing? Because we know that BC equal to AC. That is already we are given in the question. It is isosceles. So in place of BC, we are writing AC square plus AC square is 2AC square. This is our required result which we have to prove. This question asks for 2 marks in the exam, so prepare nicely. Exercise 6.5, question number 5. We are given ABC is an isosceles triangle. Clear? Here it is here. AC equal to BC. So, isosceles triangle and AC and BC are similar. Fine. These two sides are equal. Beside this, we are already given this important result. AB square equal to 2AC square. We need to prove that this ABC is a right angled at C. Fine. So, very simple. This is actually the converse of the question 4. You can see we can write AB square equal to 2AC square can be written as AC square plus AC square. Agree? Now, in place of AC square, I am going to write here this, in place of this one of the AC square, I am going to write BC square. The reason behind that, what is the reason? Because AC equal to BC already we are given. Fine. So the important result with us is this: AB square equal to AC square plus BC square. The opposite sides of AB, it will be the right angle, because AB is the hypotenuse. AB, if we are considering hypotenuse, then C will be the, therefore triangle ABC is right angled. That is right angled triangle at point C. I hope it's clear. This also asks for 2 marks in the question, 2 marks question, 2 marks in the exam. So prepare it nicely. Okay, dear student. Now let's see exercise 6.5. It's the question number 6. Let's see what we are given in the question. ABC is an equilateral triangle. All three sides are equal and the length of side is 2A we are given. 2A, 2A, 2A. Find each of its altitude. Altitude is this. Okay, altitude is forming 90-degree angle here. It is perpendicular, we know. So first of all, let ABC be an equilateral triangle. Let ABC be an equilateral triangle. Clear? Now in that, length of each side and we can say AD is perpendicular to BC side. Okay. So can I say BD equal to 1/2 of BC? That is 1/2 into the length of BC is 2A. So 2 cancels, so it will be A. Length of each side, sorry, this much is A centimeter. Yeah. Now we are using Pythagoras theorem for triangle ABD, as triangle ABD is a right angle triangle. This is a right angled triangle. Clear? And it is right angle at which? At D point. So we can say that AB square equal to, using Pythagoras, AB square equal to AD square plus BD square. Now let's put its a value. What is AB according to this? The length of a square is 2A whole square. Fine. So next we need to write AD square, we need to find, and of course BD already with us, A square. Let's see, 2A whole square is 4A square minus A square equal to AD square. Therefore, AD square equal to 3A square. Of course, the length of altitude AD will be under root of 3 into A. This much centimeter. You need not give us, so this is the required solution. Okay, dear friends, exercise 6.5, it's the question number 7. I am reading it. Prove that the sum of the square of the side of a rhombus, okay, rhombus is equal to the sum of the square of its diagonal. This we need to be very important question for the exam purpose. Okay, here you can see, let ABCD be a diagonal. Here ABCD be a rhombus, sorry, ABCD be a rhombus, and of course in that AC and BD are diagonals of it. Okay, this we are given in the question. Now along with this, it is clearly we know that the diagonals of rhombus, what we know, we know that the diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at 90 degrees. We know that the diagonals of rhombus, right, rhombus bisect each other at right angle. At 90 degree, it means at right angle. This is very important result. So this, they are forming 90 degree over here. Okay. So if they are forming 90 degree there, so it means that angle AOB, it will be equal to angle BOC, which will be equal to angle COD, and of course it will be equal to angle DOA, that is equal to 90 degree. Clear? And beside this, AO equal to CO and BO equal to OD. That is also very important result with us. OA, OC similar, OB and OD similar. And this and this four angles, they must be 90 degrees. So now we are applying Pythagoras theorem for triangle, in triangle AOB. Applying Pythagoras theorem, then AB square, this will be the hypotenuse, opposite side of this will become the hypotenuse, so AB square will be OA square plus OB square. This we know, OA square plus OB square. Therefore AB square equal to, now very important result with us, let me mark it. What is OA? Of course you will say OA is half of AC. So can I write here OA equal to 1/2 AC and this 1/2 BD. Okay. So if I simplify this, so I do have the square of this is square, 1 square, 2 square, 4. So it will be multiplied here, so it will become 4ab square, that is equal to AC square plus BD square. Let's say this is result number 1. Clear to you up to here? Let's see the further in the second part. Let's continue exercise 6.5. It's a question 7. Okay. The first result we got is 4ab square equal to AC square plus BD square. Okay. Similarly, we can have the second result, 4BC square equal to AC square plus BD square. This is result number 2. Okay. One more result with us. If we take the another triangle COD, then we will have 4CD square equal to AC square plus BD square. Let's say this is result number 3. Fine. And if we take AOD as a triangle, AOD, then AD will be the hypotenuse. So the result will be this. Now we have these 4 results with us. Now what we are going to with all 4 results? Adding all these 4 results. Okay. Adding all these 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we have? The LHS side 4, 4, 4 all the way. So common I am writing. So AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square. This is LHS side, which will be equal to AC square, AC square, AC square, AC square, 4AC square. Agree? Same way this BD 4 times, it gives the result 4BD square. If I take out 4 common, then it will be cancelled. So final result with us is AB square plus BC square plus CD square plus AD square, which will be equal to AC square plus BD square. This is the complete solution. As it is asked, we are given sum of the square of the sides. Okay, see, sum of the square of all 4 sides, which will be equal to the sum of the square of diagonal. These AC and BD are diagonal, and this is the sum of its a square. Is it okay? So this is our required result. Exercise 6.5. Question number 8. I am giving you in homework. Just try as similar as question 7. Okay. Now we will work out on question number 9. See, a ladder 10 meter long. The length of this ladder is 10 meter long and a window is 8 meter above the ground. So length from the ground is this much of window is here at B place. So it is 8 meter. We have to find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the base of the wall. This distance we have to find. Okay. So in this we can see ABC is a right angle triangle. Okay. If it is right angle triangle, then we can say that if C is at 90 degree, then of course AB will be the hypotenuse. So AB square, which will be equal to AC square plus BC square. Let me put the value of AB 10 square. AC square we do not know, but the value of BC is 8 square. 100 minus 64, that is equal to AC square. Therefore, AC square equal to 36. So, of course, AC will be 6 meter or centimeter. It is given in meter. So, AC equal to 6 meter. Therefore, final answer we need to mention the length the foot of the ladder is the foot of the ladder is the foot of the ladder is at 6 meter distance from the base of the wall. From the base of the wall. Is it clear? Very easy and very simple question. The answer of this is 6 meter. Exercise Exercise 6.5. It's a question number 10. Now I'm going to explain you. Let me read the question. Fine. The question is a guy wire attached to a vertical pole of a height 18 meter. The length of a pole is BC. You can see BC is the length of a pole and its a measurement is given 18 meter. Okay? And we are given 24-meter long height of the has a stack attached. This is the wire. Okay, so length of a wire AB is the length of a wire, that is we are given 24 meter. Fine. Now we can see that how far from the base of the pole should be stack be driven so that wire will be top. Okay, so ABC is the right angle triangle. So you please mention here triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. Right angled triangle, and it is right angle at angle C. You can mention further angle C equal to 90 degrees. So using Pythagoras theorem, so we will have the result AB square equal to, what is AB square? We will have AB square equal to AC square plus BC square. Fine. Let me put the value of this is 24 square. And of course this is AC square and BC is 18 square. The AC square we know 576 minus 324. It gives the result this. So let's subtract. So AC square will be, this will be 252. Therefore, this is not a perfect square, so we need to write under root of T 252. We know under root of 252 is having factor 36 into 7 ja 252. 36 is a perfect square of 6, so it is 6 under root 7 meter. Therefore, the final answer we need to write, the stack may be placed at a distance of, therefore the distance of a stack from the pole is this 6 under root 7 meter. This is complete solution. Exercise 6.5, question number 11. Okay, let's see what we are given. An aeroplane leaves an airport and flies due north at a speed of 1000 km. This is north direction and it goes to upside speed of 1000 km per hour. Means in 60 minutes it covers the distance 1 hour. In 1000 km. At the same time, another aeroplane leaves the same airport and flies due west direction. Okay, the another aeroplane going to this direction with the speed of 12 km per hour. Per hour indicates 60 minutes. Find how far apart will be the two planes after 1.5 hour. 1.5 hour means time duration change. Fine. So what we have to do in that? We need to write first for the first aeroplane. I am talking about for first aeroplane. For first aeroplane, let's see. The speed will be aeroplane. Okay, I am correcting here. Aeroplane. First aeroplane, its speed is 1000 km. Now, will you please tell me 1.5 hour? Can I write 3/2 hour? And in 1 hour, it is 1000 km distance. So, of course, if I simplify it, so it will cover 1500 km distance. So, I need to mention here this distance is 1500 km. Okay. Now for the second aeroplane. Okay, aeroplane, aeroplane in 1.5 hour. Okay, time duration remains same, but here the speed is 1200 km in per hour. So let me simplify. So it gives the result 1800 km. So of course this distance will be 1800 km. Fine. Now if I am considering triangle AOB, here triangle AOB is a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So using Pythagoras theorem, if I use it, then I will have AB square. This will be the hypotenuse square. It will be OA square plus OB square. Fine. So let me find this distance. For that, I need to write this. OA is 1500, OB 1800, OA 1500. So I am writing here 1500 and this 1800. Of course, 15 square of 15 is 225. Fine. Now 18 its the square is 324 and 4 zeros behind that. So sum of all this will be 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 5 plus 4, 9. 2 plus 2, 4. And this 549,000. This distance is AB square. Let's see this in the second part. Exercise 6.5, it's the question number 11 in continuation. This is I am continuing. Okay. Now AB square equal to 549,0000. This result we got in first part. Now let me have the factors because we know that 549 is not a perfect square. When if I take out it's a factorization, then it will be 61 into 9. And here of course this 100 into 100 we can mention. Now out of this you can observe 100 is a perfect square and 9 this is the square of 10. 10 this is 9 is a perfect square of 3. So of course I can say AB square equal to, if I remove the square, then what do I have outside? This will be 3 and of course this is 10 and this also 10. So inside the bracket, sorry, inside the square root 61 will be left. So finally the value of AB will be 3 into 10 into 10. So it will be 300 under root of 61 and the unit is kilometer. Therefore, what is our required result? According to that, the value of AB means this much distance is 300 under root 61 kilometer. This is our final answer.